We're talking Rock Band 3 and Guitar Hero. Pay attention, because we're going to talk about a lot of things you need to do if you want to keep selling copies.
Really fast, like, please.
Yeah, for the love of God. So, Rock Band, as far as main entries in the series go, they've kept it down to 3, and every time they release a new Rock Band game, they make monumental steps. While the game, you could argue, is the same, for some reason, there's just a charm and a sophistication, and you feel like something's moving forward. It's just so stylish that you're like, yeah, we're getting somewhere. And Rock Band 3 is that game. Mike?
In a big way. Like, Rock Band 1, basically, the closest comparison you had was Guitar Hero, so now you've got, instruments and things like that.
Drums and microphone, yeah.
Everybody's in on it.
Yeah.
Rock Band 2, it was just like fine-tuning, they released better drums, things like that. Wasn't a huge jump. This one, I mean, you're talking like, oh man, you got keyboards, you got pro guitar, you got pro drums.
Harmonies.
Harmonies.
You can do 7 players at once.
Everything from all the other Rock Band games.
Immediately, if you have stuff, either DLC, or you have Rock Band 1, the track list, Lego Rock Band, Green Day Rock Band, if you have all that stuff on your hard drive, immediately, just in your set list, go to Quick Play, it's all there. And you can, of course, import all your Rock Band 2 songs minus 3.
All your DLC, like,
just
everything
works.
just works.
That being said, from this day forward, I believe Rock Band 3 is the only one that's going to be able to use the DLC, just because, the keyboards and stuff like that, you know what I mean. That being said, the keyboards itself, if you pick it up, the Pro Keys mode and the Pro Guitar mode, from what I tried at E3 last year, is crazy. You're learning different scales, you're playing, on Expert mode, you're essentially playing the song. And no matter what, you get any MIDI guitar, MIDI keyboard, it's going to work in there. Amazing. Yeah. It adds a new dynamic to the game, because for the longest time, what if people wanted from since Rock Band 2, it's like keys. We need keys. And while not all songs promote it yet, there's maybe 64, I think, just on the disc, that actually use keyboards. You can actually use the guitar keyboards to play bass or guitar, so you don't have to swap out. If your buddies are like, oh man, let's play this, and you're like, oh, there's no keyboard part, well, I'll play bass on keyboards, which is fun.
Which is actually really easy to do with the like drop-in, drop-out thing that they kind of took from Guitar Hero.
You can say that, but they perfected it.
Yeah, it's better. So.
Like, when you pop this disc in, you're like, okay, it has the quick play, it has like the make a band mode and the drop-in, drop-out, but it works. In Guitar Hero, it's a mess. Like, having played the most recent Guitar Hero, there's a reason we didn't review that one, because there was no point. The drop-in, drop-out, I can push, like, while you're picking a song, Mike, I come up to your house, you're like, I think I want to play these 3 songs. I'm like, hold on. I push start, choose my character. While he's choosing his song, I have joined. While he's in the middle of his song, I can do that, and it's flawless.
Yeah.
Incredible, yeah.
The career mode, too, kind of works like as like an overarching thing. There's no actual career mode now. You just have goals that you do as you play, so you can play the songs you want instead of having to play whatever over and over again.
You essentially have quick play, which is the majority of your time in this one. You're building up fans, and then as you hit certain marks, it gives you an awesome cutscene starring your characters you've made, which are more than enough reward. They're actually hilarious, especially if you make silly characters. But no, you have different things. It's like, 5-star, 25 Rock Band 3 songs. Oh, you downloaded the Lady Gaga pack? Well, guess what? 5-star all those on vocals, and you're going to get another achievement. When you download songs, you're not just getting that. There's one for the Boston sound pack. If you 5-star the vocals on those songs, you get an achievement for that. And it just keeps upping your fans. And the career mode itself, you do almost like a gigging kind of thing. Yeah. So you have like maybe four set lists to go through, and of course you can choose your own songs, you can use preset set lists, and you're just trying to get the highest score you can while doing another thing, like, again, introducing Guitar Hero, do the longest streak, activate overdrive as many times as you can. And that's really your career mode, and it feels authentic to a certain point, because you're like going to different venues, and as your band moves up, you'll notice in Quick Play you're playing bigger venues and stuff like that. It's just, it makes sense.
Even little things like loading screens and whatnot, like there's no screen where it gives you a fact about the band really anymore, or not that I can notice, because it's now, you actually have like your band basically like running to the venue, or like, traveling through the subway, or like going to wherever you're going to play, which actually changes as you upgrade through the career
Any
mode.
loading screens, just star your characters either leaving the venue, getting to the venue, setting up. If you're in the middle of a set list or something like that, and you pause it, or you choose another song, it's at the same venue, you'll see the singer taking a sip of water, and then he goes back to the microphone. Like, little touches like that just make it a great game. Rock Band 3 Yeah.
The exporting too. Say you export, Green Day Rock Band 2. It's going to give you. I don't know if you mentioned this, like extra goals just based on that. Yeah. So you don't
based
have,
on DLC. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have just okay. Well, I have my goals from Rock Band 3. No, you have goals from like every Rock Band game.
There's like a Rock Band 1 thing. It's like 5-star these from Rock Band 1 songs. You're like, okay, I can play Creep another 100 times.
This is what rhythm games should be. This is like, for the people who didn't pick this up because they thought rhythm games were dead, they're not. This is fine-tuned.
That being said, this is probably the last one you have to pick up. And I think Harmonix has said this is the last main entry. I've heard that. And I believe it. All they really need to do now is they have all the instruments, they just need to improve upon...
support of a DLC.
Exactly, and they have been already.
Maybe some more keyboard tracks. There's not that many.
Yeah, to be fair. But everything coming out now is all keyboard related. So, be fair. Same thing I said with my DJ Hero review, DJ Hero 2 review, if you've seen it. This pretty much is the epitome. There is nothing past this that I can foresee. And that being said, it is a rhythm game. If you're just looking for straight game mechanics, it is very similar to Rock Band 2. If you're pinching your pennies, I can see you wanting to wait on it. The in-game tracks, of course, are pretty good. You get a good eclectic bunch. Of course, with the keyboards, they put a lot of 80s stuff in there. But as far as on-disc tracks go... excellent. Some of the best I've seen compared to Guitar Heroes of late, where it's just like, what's the cheapest songs we can put in there that some of the kids like? Rock Band 3 is great. I give it an 8 out of 10. Same with DJ Hero. It's the best this can ever go. So if you haven't picked it up, pick it up. It's probably the last one you're going to do. So it's the end. It's the end of an era.
This is the apex of music rhythm games.
Exactly.
And I'm going to one-up you. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Fantastic game. So good. There's hours and hours of gameplay here. This is music rhythm games right here.